Hey there, how's it going? Welcome to Water Songs Workshop, the place where I work on my character ideas, try out art challenges, and try to make your day a little bit brighter. Welcome back for another edition of Pokemon as D&D Characters, number 9! This has been such a long project, and I have had so much fun with it, and I will continue to do this. This particular edition is little guys. They're just little guys. They're just little guys. They're all cute. They're little. We love them. If you've been keeping up with this, you know that this is a homebrew D&D campaign, and everyone is based on a Pokemon. And this world is slowly morphing together. All the storylines are starting to connect, and we are in the deepest part of it, and we're only level 7. 8? Yeah, we just got to 8 a few sessions ago. Super excited. Love this, have not missed a single session. Kind of obsessed. If you are new to this, welcome. It is great to meet you. A weird place to start, but I will not judge you for that. But yeah, I want to introduce some of the little guys, whether they're NPCs, whether they're DMPCs, whether they're villains, whether they're side characters who don't have that much importance. I want to introduce all of them. So let's dive right on in. Alright, the first person we're going to be talking about is Glomwell Swampshire. They are the mayor of Quag Hollow, and one of the nicest individuals within Canis territory. He lives a simple life, fishing and tending to his garden of healing herbs that he forms into usable salves in his magicless town. In Glomwell's words, Quag Hollow is a quaint little town. Not much goes on here except those primordial sentinels causing all sorts of trouble. Ever since Mast, which is the name of the party, by the way, we finally figured out a name for ourselves. Mast stands for Misfits of Ash, Sky, and Tide. Ever since Mast freed the town of Canis Guard, the town has become sort of a retirement destination due to the slow-paced atmosphere. And yes, this was the very first place that we went in our journey to reunite the land of Kerman. This is the first person we met. We got magically teleported here, and he greeted us and was like, "Well, howdy." And ever since then, we've fallen in love with him. We've done a bunch of things for the town, asked them how they felt about everything, and then all together set up a plan to free the town. So, yeah. If you haven't been able to figure it out by now, Glomwell is based on Clodsire, who is one of my favorite Gen 9 Pokemon, was one of my first picks for my team as soon as I saw him. And we wanted to give him this swampy, marshy vibe, but still the friendliest, cutest little guy you've ever seen. And I think I captured that with those round, shiny proportions. This is just a fun guy to make. It's very simple to make too, actually. Those rounder shapes come easier for me than sharper shapes, so. But yeah, here's the finished iteration of Clodsire as the mayor of Quag Hollow. Alright, the next person we're going to talk about is Zakora Bubbleforge. Being born within the city of Kragau, she is a sailor at heart, preferring the open sea to any airborne skyships. At a young age, she fled her home city and made way for Avalona, the city in the sky. Seeing the city as an opportunity to profit from the scarcity of proper sailors in the city, along with her small crew, she captains the ship named the Rosy Tide, with a soft but iron fist. This is based off of Corsola. We have not met her yet. We've only talked to the DM about her, because I had to draw this. So I don't know anything about her at all. I don't know when she's going to pop up. I don't know when we're going to see her. I don't know if she's going to be a good guy or bad guy. All I know is she's got coral growing out of her, and that she's supposed to be a tough but soft person. So can't wait to see what he does with that. Tried to give her, I think she's a Durgar. Yeah, I think that's right. A Durgar who is cursed to have coral constantly growing out of her. And I'm excited to meet her. But yeah, here's my finished iteration of Corsola as a captain of a ship, I guess. Alright, the next character we're going to move on to is one of our party's favorite DMPCs. They are an abjuration wizard named Mido. They are a gelatinous cube turned sentient. Mido is a lovable little guy that joined the party after he was captured inside of a bottle of sealing by a group of his classmates at the Skyward Sanctum. Apparently, a lot of people in this world think that gelatinous cube still means monster, even if they do have sentience, so we need to break some people of that thought process. He is energetic and sporadic in his actions. It tends to get him into situations where he has to resort to using damaging spells instead of his preferred abjuration magic. One spell he crafted as part of his evocation project for the Sanctum, which is the school in Avalona, is called Mito's Goo Geyser, where he creates small globs of ooze that are acidic that rain down like small meteors. This guy is the sweetest little guy. I think he talks like Cameron here. He's got like this little sound to him when he talks. We have come across him quite a few times. We've like sent messages to him, like we're actively still talking to him. He's helped us out with a bunch of research, giving us tours around the city. Like, we love Mito. But Pokemon. This Mito is based off of Reuniclus. I wanted to make sure I gave him that gelatinous feeling. The little orbs that float inside him are part of like his robe. Do not disintegrate with his acid because they are built specially for him. All sorts of fun little facts about this guy. He's just a sweetheart, and he is currently taking classes, and we've helped him out with one of his projects. Like, yeah, I could go on and on about Mito. And the name Mito is, I think I don't know if the DM knows that I talked this, but I think he based the name off of mitochondria, which I thought was really funny. If he didn't, that's a really funny coincidence. But yeah, here is Reuniclus as an abjuration wizard. Alright, we're going to move on to the next character, and that is Vilegrub. Being the head of a large group of goblin raiders, Vilegrub is known throughout Canis territory to be an annoyance to any merchants traveling towards Quaghollow and Luberg. The tiny terror is vicious with a bow, tending to prefer to shoot arrows from a distance and flee if the battle becomes dangerous to him and his fragile frame. There are rumors that Gehenna herself employed the goblin to intimidate any merchants that has wronged her in the past. We actually have run across Vilegrub before. He was causing problems in Quaghollow. We tried to stop him, but he ended up fleeing. He was an annoyance, not really to my character. I play a monk, so I was catching his arrows with no problem. But to our druid and bard, he was doing some pretty heavy damage. This goblin was based on Wurmple. It was a very strange pick considering most Pokemon I've done have been like evolutions, but I think he wanted him to be like a minor villain, so he wanted something that was like spiky and terrifying, but also unassuming at the same time. And I think this was the perfect choice for that. I think he also just saw that I had drawn this one like on paper years ago, and he liked it so much that he was like, redo that one, I want that one. And I was like, all right. But yeah, this was a fun fight. It was a terrifying fight. He ran away. We'll probably see him again. But here's my finished interpretation of Wurmple as a goblin archer. In the final characters, and we're gonna say characters because they are two Pokemon this time. They are Zags and Splats. Zags is a Drake Warden Ranger. He's a kobold, and he has a little goo drake that he rides on. Zags was hatched from an egg found by the captain of the Sky Knights of Raz's military, Dracorin, and I will talk about him in the next video, I believe. Zags met the party within a realm called the Nightmare, where the Forgotten God... This was blurred out in a different video, but we now know his name to be Astravale, former god of death, had been imprisoned. By his side constantly is a small, oozy, draconic being known as Splats, a rare breed of drake that is resilient against all forms of non-magical attacks due to his gooey anatomy. So these two were based off of Baggin and Goomy, Baggin being Zags the kobold, and Goomy being Splats, the goo drake, which I thought was a really cute concept, really fun. He's been kind of a rough and tumble guy. When we met him, we found him, as I said, in the Nightmare, and ever since then he's been kind of an informant, and he comes around occasionally to help us fight. He comes around to like give us more information and then like kind of goes off and does his own thing. But yeah, he's been a very helpful DMPC to us, and he will appear when we need him the most, basically. I had such a fun time drawing this. The combination of like spiky kobold and gooey dripping dog-like dragon, that it was such a fun concept. And I think I drew inspiration from those two Pokemon very well, actually. It looks like they're both of them. But yeah, here's my finished interpretation of both Bagon and Gumi as a combined Drake Warden Ranger. But yeah, that is everybody. Look at these cute little guys. I love them all so much. Every single one. Well, I don't know anything about Corsola, Cora. I don't know anything about her yet. But the rest of them have been such fun characters, and not only fun characters to like get to meet, fun characters to draw too. Like these small rounder proportions, they just scratch an itch in my brain somewhere. But yeah, who is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Actually, no, better question. Who is your favorite little guy? Not necessarily like in here, but like anywhere. Tell me who your favorite little guy is. I want to know. Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you'd like to continue to support me and my videos, I do have a Patreon. If you subscribe, you can get access to voting on upcoming art challenges, like the one that I just did, and more that will be coming up soon. You can be part of my Discord community. You can get special shoutouts at the end of the videos, and at higher tiers, you can get free monthly commissions. All of this helps me to make these videos and to help me get through school. I am very quickly running out of student loans, so I'm gonna have to start paying out of pocket soon, and every little bit really helps out, so I appreciate all the love. Speaking of, I do have some special shoutouts for those who are helping me. At the Sparkle tier, we have PillageTheVillage, timepixie, and Jackie. And then at the Cosmic tier, we have Devon. Thank you all so much. I love every single last one of you. You really make doing this all worthwhile, and I cannot tell you how much I appreciate your support every single day. I will put a link to my Patreon below. You can help out there. I'll also put the link to my editor's Twitch channel. I'll put the shoutouts below as well. Yeah, that should wrap everything up. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad you were here. Tune in next time. I'll have some more fun ideas happening. But until then, keep being fantastic, and I'll see you around.